Hockey players, here's 3 tips for better blade TJs. Let's go. So tip number 1, you're going to want to use the skinnier roll of tape for your blade. So here at the hockey shop, we sell 2 widths. You can kind of see one is a little bit skinnier than the other one. So I like to go with the skinnier one. So to avoid kind of loosey-goosey tape jobs like this, what I do is I like to kind of pre-pull the tape roll while keeping tension with my thumb, lay it down, and then flip the blade. And you want to do the same thing. So pull and then lay, pull, lay, and repeat. This just makes it easier to get those consistent overlaps to make your tape jobs cleaner and more satisfying. Next step is when you like to go over the toe. I see a lot of people just kind of loosely cut it with scissors and you end up with these jaggedy flaps. So looking at a pair of scissors, there's always one side that's going to be a little bit closer to the blade. And because of that, you always want to remember to double cut the toe. What you want to do before you cut with your scissors is you want to press down both ways, press down the flap so that they seal nicely with the blade. So after you've pressed down both sides of the toe, you're going to want to do your normal cut, and then you're going to want to flip the blade over and now cut the same direction just on the other side. Now that will leave you with a super clean, smooth seam on the toe of your blade. Bonus tip, if you guys want to do an ankle sock like Bedard, toe to heel, this is where that skinny tape comes in handy. In his tutorial, you can see that he makes these like flaps on the heel and you got to cut them. This leaves you with a super ugly crease slash seam on his heel. And if you look at his heel mid-game while he's on the bench, his heel often looks like this. To avoid that, all you got to do is just use skinny tape, and then you're going to change the angle when you get to the heel. Kind of want to overlap it more on the top, less on the bottom. And the skinny tape is actually stretchier, I find, than the wide tape. So you're able to pull it and cleanly just wrap it around the heel. And the result gives you a really clean heel with no seam, and that's not going to rip on you mid-game. Comment below if you guys want part 2. Maybe I'll give you guys some tips on how to tape your handle.